So you've done the journaling, you've done the mindset work, you've read like all the money mindset books, but still something feels off and it's not quite shifting for you. In this video, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about how you can change this, because believe me, you've already done a lot of the work. There's just this missing piece, and the missing piece is all about self-trust. I'm not going to make you wait till the end of the video to pick up the fact this is about self-trust. But what I am going to do is share how you can create that self-trust. And that's what this video is all about. Please do subscribe. Okay, I am growing over here on YouTube. I am loving it. Okay, but I would love if more of you would join me as well. So I have got my notes. Let's talk about self-trust and how this is going to change the game for you if you have already done loads and loads of money mindset and manifestation work. Okay. So, yeah, you've got the basics. You have already gathered a lot of information, and I have no doubt that you are already whooping, thinking positively, okay, and trying your very best to call in that money and to receive the money and the abundance you would like in your business, okay, but it's just not happening, and it's because of self-trust, okay? If you think back to a time when something has come to you really easily, you have probably been really committed to that outcome, really committed to creating that outcome and that goal, and it has just happened. Okay, nothing's really wavered you off path, nothing's really changed things for you. You have just gone, I know, I'm going to move house. Okay, you just know it is going to happen, and you stay on that course. The thing is, with something like money mindset and money manifestation, is it feels quite out of reach. And so ego gets really loud, okay? And it starts telling us all about these things around control, around how, we're not going to be successful. And it's easy for us to then have this seed of doubt planted. So if I go back to that example where I asked you to think about a time in your life when you've created something, it's happened really easily, you've been committed to it. Moving house is an example here, okay? So you have known that you're going to need to move house, you've put your house on the market, you've done searching for a house, you have found a house, you know that that is happening, you trust that it is happening. And even if something goes wrong, okay, even if the removals people say they can't come, even if the buyer pulls out, deep down, that you will move house. Yes, it's stressful, it's frustrating. You have been thrown off course, but you have not wavered, you have not doubted, okay? And that is the part that we get caught up on when it comes to the other bits, because actually our egos get loud, okay? All those old patterns of not enough, not having enough, not being enough will come up for us, okay? They will come up, they trip us up. So if you have already done lots of work around your money mindset, around manifestation, but you aren't seeing results, I urge you spend a little bit of time on self-trust. Yeah, self-trust, because when you grow your self-trust, then you can let go. Then you can let go and know that it's inevitable. It's working out for you. Of course, this doesn't mean you go and sit around and do nothing, but you just know it's going to happen. You've released it, you've let go, you're not caught up in the, but what about this? What happens when I can't do that? I can't be that person I haven't got, because you're just trusting. You're just trusting that it is all going to work out. So I have got my notes here with a few tips for you. I teach a process around how to develop self-trust. And the first part of this is definitely about choice. Okay? What are you choosing? Because so many of us come to money mindset and manifestation when we're desperate. Business isn't working out. Yeah, we've thrown everything at it. Oh my goodness, people have given us grace. We've had people supporting us while we try and build this business, and it's not quite happened. And yet we've done all the things we were told. Forget money mindset, forget manifestation. We've done all the marketing. We've been to all the events. We've listened to all the motivational speakers, but still it hasn't quite grown how we would like. And this is because of what we are choosing. Okay, we are choosing. We are choosing. We are choosing for business to maybe be hard. We are choosing to buy into the old stories of feast or famine. And it's not your fault, because this is kind of what we're told. Yeah, we are taught this stuff. We are taught that business is hard. Okay? But hard work doesn't equal money. Okay? If it did, every person on the front line in the pandemic right now would be relaxing on their luxury desert islands. That was really hard work. And so many of them are still hugely underpaid. So this isn't about how hard you work. This is about the choices you make. I am choosing success. It is being intentional, okay? Because if you're just choosing to run a business, choosing to set up a business, but you don't really know what you're choosing, are you choosing for that business to be big or to be small? Who are you choosing to serve in that business? How are you choosing to serve in that business? And choice can sometimes get so dispersed and distracted, because we get caught up in what we're meant to be doing and all the things people are saying, but also because we don't know. We don't know. We just know we don't want to work for other people anymore, but we don't know what we're choosing to create in our businesses. Okay, so for me, self-trust is making the choice, knowing what you are choosing. That is the very first step in this process, is to actually write down what you're choosing. And I'm going to just read here, because I have got, this is available. So subscribe to my channel, come and check me out and ask, and I'll send you this information over, okay? So you can have this. Choose love over fear, okay? Because if you then go, okay, I can make a choice. I need to grow my business. I need to grow it now. And if I don't grow it, you're not choosing, you're panicking, you're scared, okay? Choose from love, okay? So this is about service. Who are you choosing to serve? How are you choosing to have an impact in the world? Look at these bigger questions and look at the love behind the choices you're making. This will help you choose, okay? Decide to operate from trust. This is a choice, okay? This is a choice. Even when your mind wants proof and you haven't got it, you choose. This is the moment you shift your energy, okay, from control to creation. Because so many people don't trust themselves because they are just trying to control. And we can't control. So let's trust, let's create, okay? First step is choosing. First step. Second step is a declaration, okay? Please, let's just get it out there. What are we creating? When you share, when you declare, you are calling in support, okay? This can be from support in your family, support in your communities, support in your business networking meetings, okay? But you are declaring what you are creating, and that whole process will naturally start the process of results coming to you, okay? This is part of everything coming to you. So this is so important. So commit fully to that choice, step one. And then here, this pledge part is all about anchoring in that trust, okay? Your new identity. Your new identity is creating your new thoughts and your new energy, your new vibration, which of course is creating your frequency, which is, of course, the language of the universe, okay? So you can't half trust. You can't half trust that the universe is going to deliver. You're in or you're out, okay? But the universe needs to know what you're creating. So we make choices and we pledge. We declare what we are creating, okay? And then the final part, which is the bit where most people get caught out, is about receiving, okay? Receiving is where so many people get stuck. And I still see people giving with an expectation that they will receive, okay? It doesn't work like that. You need to give with an open heart, okay? That's not really what this step is about, but this is just an important side note. Give with an open heart. Give from your heart without expectation. As when you are expecting a return, you are attached. And then, is your action really genuine? Is it thoughtful? Is it considerate? Is it from love? Or are you helping because you're scared and you're in fear again? Okay, so that's just an important side note there, which I think is really worth mentioning. Okay, so step number 3 is about receiving. This is being open to allowing. Okay, open to allowing. Don't forget, do subscribe. Okay, so detach from outcomes and practice being present in the moment. You know, we hear this all the time about how powerful mindfulness is, but it really, really is. All we have is now. Okay. And of course, we're so good at projecting, but when you're worrying about something, you're just projecting into the future. And that timeline doesn't exist yet. Okay. So, how about we look at the moment? We bring our power back to the moment. We hear a lot, don't we, about leaking your power. Yeah. How about rather than leaking it, just stop giving it away. Okay. Look at your power, look at the moment, look at all you are creating. That's so important to look at as well. Okay, receiving, it's not about waiting. Okay, so it's not about going, okay, I've made my choice, I've made my pledge, I've let the universe know, I'm now just going to sit back and wait. It's not. Okay, it's not about waiting, it's about becoming, it's about being. Okay, and it's about being all of the things that you desire and that you are, of course, calling in. And I know that this is where people get stuck, because that's when ego can get loud and go, but you haven't got this. Okay, so it's not about, this is why people get stuck sometimes, because people say act like you're already rich. And so then people are like, oh, okay, I'm going to go out and spend some money on my credit card. And actually, that's not what people mean, okay? Because obviously you act on, you spend on a credit card, you feel really down, you feel really heavy, you're back to square one. It's so much more than that. It's about noticing the fact that somebody with money is not worrying about money. It's not even entering into their mind. One of my mentors says that it's so interesting how those that need it the most don't have it, and those that have the most don't need it. Okay, so it's actually not so much about the actual action of spending when it comes to money, it's about how you're feeling. Okay, thoughts equal feelings, feelings create vibration, vibration creates our frequency. Okay, so this is really important. So those are 3 steps: choice, pledge, receive. Okay, and please do subscribe and reach out if you would like me to send you this document through so that you can have a go at these exercises yourself. So I'm Victoria. I am a personal development and inner wealth coach, really. I help people to create more abundance in their life, but through the process of increasing their self-love and their self-trust, because believe me, it is this that is the game changer for us. So if you have been struggling in business, caught in feast or famine cycles, frustrated, pulling your hair out because you've done all of the things and you've done all of the strategy and all of the networking and all of the marketing, but you still haven't seen results, it will be because your money frequency right now is vibrating at a very low point on the scale. Okay, and so actually what you want to do is switch. You already know this, which is why you have been listening to Money Mindset and Searching Money Manifestation. Okay, so you already know that you're out of kilter, things are off, they don't feel right. Okay, but rather than giving more of your power away to processes that are simply teaching you to bypass how you truly feel, start to notice. Start to notice how this isn't about more effort. Okay, it's not about doing more. It is about building that relationship with yourself, because the relationship with self and the relationship with wealth are 2 relationships that you are going to have and be in for the rest of your life. So it's so important to dive into it and explore. I hope this video has been helpful. I'm going to say it again, subscribe please. I'd love to have you come and join my community. I'm Victoria, it's been a pleasure. We will speak soon.